me back up. All right, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. We're here in Puerto Rico, as you can see in the background. I'm really excited about it. Let me know in the chat if like the background starts to get really loud or anything, and then I can just move inside. But I'm going to be in Puerto Rico until like Wednesday. And yeah, it's been really nice. Yesterday I went sunset paddleboarding, which was really fun in the first part of it, like getting out there, and then we had to come back. Like all my energy went into like going out in the middle of the ocean and being like, ooh, it's really nice. And then I was like, oh, I have to come back and use all of my energy to come back. And so I got really motion sickness. I got really motion sick. Yes. Okay, anyways. And then what else? What are the other words? I was exhausted because earlier in the day we went hiking, and it wasn't just like no little path hiking where it's like the ground is made up for you. No, it was like real hiking where we had to like use a stick to knock off like spiders, and I had a walking stick because I need to be able to like know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I needed to like figure out my balance. So, but it was fun, you know? So right now, the rest of my friends that I'm on this trip with are surfing. But I was like, I can't do it, guys. I was like, I'm too exhausted. I can't surf. But today, we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking about D'ANGELO Wallace's video on BTS's Permission to Dance. I wanted to talk about it because I recently saw that video, even though it came out 3 weeks ago. And he had some interesting points. And so I wanted to go over the points that he had because, like, I do recommend you watching my reaction video to the song because I really did like it. I still do like this song. But like as I was watching it and as I was reacting to it, like when I go back to it, his points are valid in my reaction. You know what I mean? We're going to go over it. But it was really interesting. Anyways, before we do get started, all the way started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm here on vacation. I'm still here for y'all, okay, guys? This is everything to me. YouTube is literally just amazing. I'm going to make sure that audio is working because this is new. This is a new thing for me. I'm not even recording on my DSLR. I'm recording on my phone, and the way that it looks great is insane. So, one moment. Oh, it's actually working really well. I'm really surprised by that. I mean, technology is just a whole different thing, right? Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the video. You're not gonna be able to see it because I can't like cast to my phone. Maybe I can. Like, this is my first time doing it on here, so I'm not really sure. Oh, that's like filters. What's this? That's a chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show y'all everything. But anyways, you're gonna be able to hear it pretty much. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, it's getting hot.
Charts and just, judging from the fact that the rural majority of their other music is in Korean, it's safe to...
Okay, so he first talks about how like this is their third English song, which I was really surprised about too. I was like, okay, they're doing another English song. And I'm just like, what are their intentions with it being another English song? And especially with it being trying to make it a TikTok dance. It's like really obvious that they were like, okay, let's do this really easy dance thing. And they're doing like the Permission to Dance challenge. And so I kind of like wonder, are they doing English songs now to appeal to more Western culture and try to get more views out of it? Or it's like, they genuinely enjoy making English songs? Because what I knew about BTS is that Dynamite was going to be their only English song, and then they were going to be like, okay, we're going back to Korean, some Japanese, blah, 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 but like we're kind of done. And so when I heard Butter, I was like, at the beginning of the summer, I was like, whoa, okay, they're doing another English song, cool. Butter is my favorite song right now, 10 out of 10. Dynamite's really good too, but Butter is really good. And then Permission to Dance came out, and I was like, oh, it's another English song. Okay, and it's just kind of like, that's really good. I'm wondering. I'm excited about it, and I'm wondering if they're gonna make another album where it's mostly English, where it's like all English. So that's really interesting.
BTS is aiming for a bigger audience with these tracks, right? So the first of these recent English releases was called Dynamite, right? And that was an up-tempo pop song about dancing. Then they released Butter, an up-tempo pop song about how attractive they, BTS themselves, are. And to be honest, that is exactly the kind of energy I try to maintain in my own life. And now we have Permission to Dance, an up-tempo pop song about dancing again, I guess. And I have some thoughts on the track. First of all, I just want to say, I cannot understand what they're saying in this song. Now,
okay, so that's why I recommend. Okay. That's why I recommend that you watch my reaction to this song before watching this live stream, because literally in the beginning of my reaction, I was like, wait, they're speaking English? Like, I couldn't understand. Like, I agree with D'ANGELO here. Like, I couldn't fully understand them when I first started watching it. So, like, I think it was Jungkook that first came on the screen. But I didn't understand that it was English until Jimin came on. Because I was like, oh, it's Jimin. And then I was like, hold on a second. I understand those words without having to read the subtitles. Stop. They're singing in English. And so, yeah, no, I definitely agree with D'ANGELO when he's saying, like, there's, like, it was a little bit hard to understand. I don't know if y'all also agree with that. I'm not trying to bash on a BTS. And he also says, like, this is not their first language. Like, if I, like, we see with Justin Bieber on Despacito, like, Justin Bieber's worse with it, honestly. He learned Despacito in Spanish for that one time, and then any other time he would do it live, he didn't know the words. He didn't know how to sing it in Spanish. So it's like, it's not their first language, so it's going to be a little bit harder, and they're not going to pronounce it properly. And like, for me, while I'm here in Puerto Rico, it's like I'm trying to speak some Spanish, and my friends are trying to help me because the friends that I'm here with, it's like 2 of them are Puerto Rican, the other 2 are Mexican. I'm Caribbean American. Like, I speak, my first language is English. So when I'm trying to speak Spanish, my even English, gosh, my pronunciation is horrendous, right? So it's going to be the same for BTS. It's going to be a little bit harder for them to say an English word, like, correctly or, like, enunciate properly, because that's not their first language. So it's understandable, and I think it's a valid point. I don't know, maybe people are going to start unsubscribing. But I'm not gonna, there's just some points down here that I wanted to address. And that was one of them. If you watch my reaction, I'm like, wait, they're speaking English? Like, yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Having an accent or mispronouncing things. Even I don't pronounce everything correctly, especially in languages I don't speak very often. So what I mean by this is I just quite literally can't understand what they're saying. Like, hold up. What? It was to the point where when the song opened, I fully thought that they were trying to speak in Spanish.
I thought so too. No, stop. I literally thought they were speaking Spanish, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is going to be like their first Spanish song, and it's going to be like where BTS, because BTS is known for making like a bunch of different, what am I trying to say? Speaking in a lot of different languages. So I was like, ooh, okay, they're gonna have a Spanish song. I don't even know if they already have a Spanish song. Let me know down in the comments if they do. I would love to listen to it. But like, I was like, okay, so they're speaking Spanish. Like, I was really excited. And then Jimin came on. I was like, oh no, they're not. They're speaking English. So interesting.
This man is about to say esta tarde. Esta tarde. See, it's not just the way that they're singing in this track, because this wasn't a problem on the first 2 English tracks that they released in the last year. I think it has a lot to do with just the really weird way their vocals have been processed and then slathered in autotune for some reason, despite them being really amazing singers. There is so much autotune here, in fact, that some of the ad-libs sound like they have been lifted from a T-Pain track, unironically. So let's do it right. I find it.
Oh, Jimin is just so beautiful. Anyways, that's the point. So I do want to address that. Wow, Jimin, have you seen Jimin? Do you know who that is? Like, wow. What am I trying to say? I'm distracted. Auto-tune, yes. So I definitely agree with the auto-tune part. See, when I was reacting to Permission to Dance initially, I was so hyped up on them having a new song, them like with it being in English, Jimin being on screen. But there was a part when I was reacting to it where I was like, wait, what happened to Suga? I was like, where did he go? Did I miss it? And no, I didn't. He was there, but the way that the autotune made them sound, he sounded exactly like J-Hope. It was like as if J-Hope was singing Suga's part. And D'Angelo will address later how there's no rap section, which I'm like, dang, I really like when RM and Suga rap. That's why like Butter is like my favorite song right now. Like, I like the rap sections. Those are fun. So I'm like, why'd they take that out? And I'm like, all right, that's fine. Because there's 7 of them. And Suga's known for like the rap part of it. So like, what am I trying to say? The autotune is there. She's present, she's here, she is there, you know? And so I'm just kind of wondering why, because they're such good singers. And so when I was reacting to the music video versus the live, I was like, okay, this sounds completely different, you know, from the track. Not completely different, but a little bit different. And so they don't need it. You know who needs it? Selena Gomez. You know who else needs it? Blah, blah, blah. Other people need it. BTS are naturally good singers. You know who needs it? James Charles. Like, James needs to stop singing. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I think that the auto-tune wasn't needed. Still a great song. Still a bop.
Consistent pushback that I got on my review of their album, because Army was very nice about that since I was very respectful, was that I was actually wrong about the auto-tune and that they weren't using it or they weren't using that much and their voices just sound like that. No. What you're hearing now is what was on the album before, but for some reason that I cannot wrap my head around, they have decided to turn it up to like 101 even. It doesn't sound good, especially not in conjunction with the other effects that are on their voice. Like, do you remember this part in my last video maybe?
Okay, so I enjoy the song. I don't know, D'Angelo is different for me. Me and D'Angelo disagree on this point. I like the song and I like how they sound in it, but I do know that they're using a lot of auto-tune here. I definitely understand that. Let's get our coffee. This is Men in the Media, by the way. This is BTS edition of Men in the Media. I made this coffee myself. It is very strong. I think I made it a little bit too strong. And I'm sweating. Am I sweating? Wait, hold on a second. I can't see. I have contacts in, but I still can't see. I enjoyed their voices in this song, even though they're auto-tuned. With D'Angelo, he doesn't enjoy it, but that's fine. It's his own opinion. And I think that people should understand that there's going to be their own opinion. Like, people are going to have their own opinions on songs, and not everyone's going to like a song. And I think that a lot of people go after other people that don't like BTS or don't like a BTS song. Like, I think it's okay to not like a certain song. Like, Anderson .Paak is my favorite artist of all time. Go to be. Okay. Anderson .Paak is my favorite artist of all time, but I don't like all of his songs. And if somebody was like, oh, I don't like Yada Yada, which is my favorite song by him, I'd be like, okay, I understand. But have you listened to this song? Maybe you'll like this one. Because he has a lot of mainstream songs, and then he has a lot of like you have to have a taste for that kind of songs. So it's okay if you don't like all of BTS's songs. And I think that if you don't, then you'll get canceled. Or if you say you don't, or if you just try to fake it and be like, oh, I like all of their songs, you gotta be able to state your opinions, you know, and because it's your channel. Like if like for people that are watching this and are thinking of doing a BTS video and being like, well, I didn't like this song, but I know people are gonna bash me, and just do it, because it's not their channel, it's your channel, and you'll find people that agree with you. So D'Angelo, he has a bigger audience. He has 1.4 million subscribers just on this channel. I think on a different channel he has like 2 million, 3 million. And he'll find people that agree with him. And I agree with him on some points. And here, it's getting hot. I might have to, we might have to end this soon. But on this video, it has 63,000 likes and 6.5 dislikes. 6.5 thousand dislikes. So you can see that the ratio is pretty good in favor with him. So let's keep going.
Let me clarify. Okay, autotune can absolutely sound bad. That's not something I'm denying. A lot of autotune does sound bad, mostly because the people applying it have done like a really bad melodyne job.
Sorry, bugs.
Distorting the voice into these weird unwanted ways. This is the kind of thing I was referring to.
There ain't no one to prove we don't got this all locked.
How is this?
That literally makes me so mad, because Suga has such a good voice, and like, oh, Jimin is just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, people. I do want to address that. Wow, Jimin, have you seen Jimin? Do you know who that is? Like, I don't know if this is still up. I'm sorry, we had to go inside. Is this up? I don't even know if you can hear me. Hold on a second. Can you hear me? Ah! See, guys, this is it's a little bit ghetto. Or trailer park, I mean to say. Don't say. Okay, there we go. Hold on a second, guys. Now we're echoing. Hold on. We got interrupted because it got hot. Oh, you can't even see anything. Like, I'm trying to get it a good angle for y'all. Anyways, I don't know if y'all agreed with any of my points. Because, you know, D'Angelo Wallace, it's just really interesting how he says all these things. Here we go. We're back. No, please don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay, if you're just tuning back in, we're inside now because my phone overheated. That's how hot it is. It is here. Okay, yeah, it's so hot that my phone overheated, so we had to switch locations halfway through. I hope that some of y'all are back. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to the video. So where we left off is auto-tune. Sorry. Okay, auto-tune. I get so distracted. The last thing that we talked about before I got interrupted was the auto-tune and the pronunciation of the lyrics. It was just like, I thought they were speaking Spanish. I really did. And then the auto-tune on Suga is way too much. I do agree on that point. I do like the auto-tune on the song overall. Like, that's fine. But on Suga, I didn't even know it was him. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go and back to the video.
It's the fact that it just kind of blends all of their voices together.
Okay, so he's just about to talk about how it blends all their voices. Let me get it set up. This is not my usual setup, guys. It's really different.
I hear it's down.
Okay. Let's listen.
Besides just how distracting it is for me personally, is the fact that it just kind of blends all of their voices together and they just don't sound like themselves.
See?
And as somebody,
That's literally what I was talking about. I do like this song. Don't worry, don't get me twisted there. But the part where it's J-Hope and Suga, it just blends their voice together and it does make me really sad about that part because it's Suga. Don't do that to Suga. Don't touch my little baby boy. Love Suga. I don't know if that was the thing that they were trying to go for, is like to sound like a one voice kind of thing, but it's noticeable.
highlight in their album that I reviewed. Just consider me confused at this decision. Now, the weird vocal performance just really wouldn't be enough for me to dislike a song on its own, but
exactly.
When I look outside of that, I find myself just finding even fewer things that appeal to me, honestly. The production on this track is like a super basic retro beat, which is surprisingly sparse. Musically, the song alternates between these strangely theatrical chord progressions. What I'm saying here, y'all, is it sounds like something that you would make for the soundtrack of a kid's movie. I thought this was from the soundtrack of a kid's movie, and I Googled it after watching the music video. But then that's when I realized
I don't agree.
Actually just
No, I don't agree. I really like I like this song, and I like the time that it came out in, because it's summertime. It's like the fun and like the, you know, it's supposed to be a bop time. So I don't agree with D'Angelo here, because I really do like the song. I like how it sounds, and I don't think the production value is cheap. I like the country. Y'all saw my reaction. I like the country boy. I like the country boy vibe. And he should too. D'Angelo's from Texas. Like, D'Angelo, get it together. But I liked it. I don't know. I disagree on that point. I only agree with him right now on the autotune and the pronunciation.
It's just really, really similar to Justin Timberlake's song Can't Stop the Feeling, which was made for a kid's movie, Trolls.
So just dance, dance, dance.
Even
You're gonna get me copyrighted, D'Angelo.
is identical. Like, hey, look at all these normal people working jobs that really should pay them more based off of the amount of work they're putting in. And also, here's Justin Timberlake, a multimillionaire.
I agree on that
And I
point.
was like, wait, isn't that technically what BTS is doing in this song as well? Like, down to the waitress and everything. It's pretty jarring, okay? It's like that one meme about how people acted.
I just think that I personally think that this was for the TikTok. I think it was for TikTok. I really don't think it was for like I don't think that they're passionate about this song, which is fine. Like, you're not gonna be passionate about everything you make. Sometimes it's just really for money. Like, you know, like sometimes you're just like, this is also my job and I just gotta keep going. So like, what am I trying to say? I don't even know, because I don't think that they're passionate about this song, and I really think it was because of TikTok. Like, they're like, okay, TikTok's really blowing up, guys. Let's do a song where it has an easy dance, and they even did the Permission to Dance challenge. They did it like days after the song came out. They're like, okay, guys, on YouTube and TikTok, here's the Permission to Dance challenge, which is fine. Like, I'm not like bashing on that, but I think that D'Angelo's getting too caught up in like every song having like a meaning, and I don't think that every song needs to have a meaning. You know what I mean? It's just fun. It's just a fun time, and I think that's okay. So we're gonna keep going.
Slow and painful death. Talk to your doctor to see if D'Angelo is right for you. Speaking of jarring, another thing I would really like to talk about is that the theme of the music video itself seems oddly timed. Like, is there anything wrong with putting out an uplifting video during the pandemic? No, of course not. I actually think it's a good thing they did that, because I'm getting tired of the depression. The video is very upbeat and fun to watch. I really have some questions though. If it was just hey look, we can still be happy thing, or hey look, we're gonna be happy someday thing, go for it, bro. But in this video, they show everyone wearing masks. Well, not BTS, of course, but they show all the normal people wearing masks, and then like halfway through the video, they
I didn't even catch that.
they can participate in a dance number. Surely there was a better way of getting their point across, right?
Yeah, I didn't catch that part when I initially reacted to it, but also it's a metaphor, D'Angelo. It's like we're wanting to, and then he does bring up that this is set in 2022. It's supposed to be a fun time. It's supposed to mean like, okay, we are moving on from what we hope to move on from the pandemic, and at some point in 2022 or later on, we can take off masks and be like, hey guys, look at us, we have permission to dance, or we have permission to have fun again. That's what I think it is, and it's apparently supposed to be set in 2022. So yeah, I don't think they're trying to condone taking off masks, which I don't condone either. Vaccinated, not vaccinated. I mean, you're vaccinated and you should be vaccinated, but if you're not vaccinated, please wear a mask, because the Delta variant is very serious. And if you are vaccinated, you can still get the Delta variant, but it won't be as bad. But you can still get it and pass it on to other people. So please wear your mask and please be safe. This is not a game, people, okay? I just went on like a COVID tangent. But anyways, this song is supposed to be like a metaphor to the future. That's what I got from it.
But even if COVID somehow stopped being a problem, it wouldn't stop being a problem so quickly that you would go from having to wear masks like they show that one couple doing to ripping them off and then kissing each other. Not at least within the same scene, same location, same clothes, same everything. COVID-19 has not magically disappeared from the earth, bro. There's whole countries going into lockdown. You know what I mean? That being said,
true.
I did see some people saying, well, the music video is actually set in the year 2022. If you watch this one specific scene in the teaser, that scene which is not included in the music video. So it's like, I'm not sure how I would have known that had I not done a smidgen of research into that scene, because I found it quite questionable. And even at that really doesn't explain just the spontaneous mask removal. And
I think he just...
with them actually saying
I think he's just kind of going way too deep into it, honestly, because this video is like forever long. And I think he's just thinking way too hard into it. And I think it's okay, like I said earlier, it's okay to not be passionate about a song, like really deeply passionate to it, like they were with Spring Day, right? That has like a whole entire meaning behind it. This one's just like dance, have fun. Like, you know, it's not like anything special.
We don't need permission to dance repeatedly throughout the song in conjunction with this questionably executed we don't need masks anymore theme of the music video. Basically, if a TikTok star had uploaded this, I would have just assumed in a heartbeat this was some sort of anti-mask video, an anti-mask anthem, so to speak.
No.
The last thing I have to say about the song was that the lyrics are lacking. I mean, first of all,
I agree.
there's no rap verse. Okay, one of my favorite songs on BTS's album Map of the Soul 7 was just purely a rap song. That was my biggest surprise to find out. Like, they're actually really good at rapping, and they have a pretty significant portion of their discography that's pure hip hop. I don't know where that went. All of the rappers are just singing for some reason. As for what they're saying, let me just say, Ed Sheeran did them dirty, bro.
I know, stop. I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't comprehend. Why was Ed Sheeran the person that's the writer? I don't understand that. Like, why? Like, who wrote Dynamite? That's the real question. I wonder who wrote Dynamite. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Does anybody know who wrote Dynamite? Because like, why Ed Sheeran? Like, I'm sorry, we're in a very makeshift setup here, guys. Okay, we're on vacation, but I still really wanted to do a video because I like being on here with y'all. It's really fun hearing myself talk. To be honest. Sorry. Excuse me. Who? Let me do speech to text. Who wrote BTS Dynamite? David Stewart, Jessica M. Agombar. David Stewart. I don't know these people. They did really great. 10 out of 10. But like Ed Sheeran, what is he bringing to the table? I'm sorry, I don't really like Ed Sheeran songs. I'm not even gonna lie. I really don't. It's not enjoyable to me. But he really did do them dirty. I do agree. And I think that this song was just supposed to be fun. Like I don't think that you were supposed to think too much into it. So like, I don't know.
And nondescript. Literally anyone could have sang them and it would still be the exact same song. Don't need to talk the talk, just walk the walk tonight. Cause we don't need permission to dance. Da na 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 na, da na 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 na, da na 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 na. No, we don't need permission to dance. Da na 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 na. Hey, da na 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 na. I haven't added a single da or na in this, by the way.
I do agree that towards the end, I was like, okay, they're doing a little bit too na. And he does bring up that it's the same as Dynamite, which it is. Like you can't just be like, well, no, it's not. It is the same. It's okay. It's okay that it's like the same na as Dynamite. And sometimes I'm like, I bet I could match those two songs together, but Permission to Dance and Dynamite together, and that's totally fine. But on the flip side, it's not a passionate song. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. So it's okay for him to criticize it because we're not supposed to be taking the song too seriously. So BTS fans, please don't come after him or come after other people that are like, I'm not feeling this song, but I feel Mic Drop, I feel Dynamite, I feel all these other songs, but Permission to Dance just isn't for me, and that's gonna be the one I skip on the album. It happens. Have you ever show me an artist that has a perfect album? I want to see that artist. I want to see them right now. Show me an artist that has a perfect album. Where?
I was hyping up for having meaningful lyrics, and the album. It's a lot. So as for the song, with the vocals modified and the lyrics not having any personality, and just the music video full of random people, it truly feels like it could have been anyone's song, and it didn't really even need to be BTS in a weird way, which is never something I thought I would say about their music based off of my experience with it before. But yeah, seeing as how I don't like the lyrics, instrumental, or singing, I think it's safe to say I think this is a bad track, It'd be like that sometimes. And despite me being critical of the song, I just find it more fascinating than anything, because clearly BTS is aiming for an English-speaking market with these specific songs. So from my point of view, wouldn't you want to show them the good stuff? I don't know. The album I reviewed, I had to spin.
That's interesting. That is an interesting point, though. I think that if they do a fourth English song, I think that it should be a meaningful song, because I think that will really put them over the top. It's BTS. What am I even saying? They're already over the top. As in not extra, but they're already there. They're already at that status. But if they want to get to Beyonce status, where everyone loves them, or even people where if you say BTS, everyone's like, yeah, it's BTS, BTS. And my parents haven't said that yet. But if I'm like, oh, Beyonce, they're like, oh, it's Beyonce. Even if you don't listen to her songs every day, which I don't, when she does come on the screen, I'm like, it's Beyonce. Yep, you know what I mean? But with BTS, I think that if they do an English song that's meaningful and really good with two rap verses from RM and Suga, and have some meaning behind it, then yeah, I think that will really get them their English audience that they're looking for. I think because the Dynamite formula really worked well for them. They're like, okay, let's continue with this like upbeat Dynamite type music. But I think that we can do it, BTS. We can do an English song that's meaningful and like has a background or a backstory to it. I think we can do it.
In my video of it, because there was so much research I had to put in just to even understand what the album was about. That way I could talk about it and not sound stupid. So like, contrast this to this song, which a 5-minute music video made me want to click out halfway through and just not finish it. I'm not sure what's going on here or what the disconnect is, but if I had to sum it up in one sentence, Permission to Dance sounds like what I thought BTS music was before I ever actually listened to any of it. So there's that. Now I want to talk about what other people think about it. Now, a cursory glance at just the online discourse surrounding this track will quickly reveal that for everything anyone could possibly have a problem with, the BTS fans have some sort of answer about why.
Okay, we're gonna stop there because he does. You can watch the rest of his video and get a gist of what he's gonna talk about, because he's gonna talk about how BTS fans really love to defend BTS, you know, and I think that sometimes, even with me, let's put it in my context. When it comes to Marvel, and somebody's like, I don't like Marvel, I'd be like, but why? What do you mean? What's the context? Go explain yourself. Why don't you like Marvel? And I literally sometimes find myself getting mad at them and being like, you just don't understand. And I have to give them all the excuses and all these explanations. But then when I flip it to the point where, like, if somebody's criticizing BTS, a super BTS fan will be like, canceled. Like, you're canceled because BTS is the greatest thing of all time. So I don't understand why you would say you don't like it. Like, you know, but it's okay to have your own opinion. It's okay for you to be like, okay, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this song. And D'Angelo is saying that with the auto-tune, with the lyrics, it's not a meaningful song. I'm fine with it not being a meaningful song. It's fun to dance to. Permission to Dance. Like, it's not supposed to be a complex song. It's just supposed to be a fun song. But it would be really cool to have for their fourth English song to be a meaningful song, to be meaningful lyrics and have a backstory to it. That'd be really nice. However, guys, please don't come after people that are criticizing BTS. It's okay for them to have their own opinion. And I need to understand that as well. When somebody's like, I don't like Marvel. And I'm like, you're lying. Like, it's not okay to lie. Like, you know? Anyways, watch the rest of D'Angelo's video because he's gonna, towards the end, we stopped at 14:32 on his video, and he talks more about how, just talks about BTS fans and stuff. That's pretty much it of what I wanted to talk about. Just the fact that we need to stop kind of going after people that don't like the things that we like, even though you want to fight them. I do want to show you a view. Now that my phone cooled off. If you missed the beginning, we were outside and it was really nice, but then the sun overheated my phone, and so we had to move inside. But I will give you a view of, how do I turn this around? Oh my gosh, this is a horrible view of me. Let me turn my phone around. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is outside the Airbnb. It's really pretty. This is my favorite spot, is this outside area. We were sitting out here earlier and it just got really hot. Let me go to the other side. Yep, so this is where we're at until Wednesday. gonna go back inside. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you think about D'Angelo Wallace. Because when I first was like kind of teasing that I was gonna do a live stream, someone was like, "Well, I don't really like D'Angelo Wallace because he like pretends that he knows what he's talking about," and I'm like, he's done a lot more research than I have when it comes to BTS. So I'm like, I don't know, but let me know what you think about D'Angelo Wallace's opinions on this song, and I'll see you next time.